It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. The designer knows he has achieved perfection not when there is nothing left to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. If you want to build a ship, don't drum up people to collect wood and don't assign them tasks and work, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. Perfection is achieved not when there is nothing more to add, but when there is nothing left to take away. True happiness comes from the joy of deeds well done, the zest of creating things new. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. For true love is inexhaustible. The more you give, the more you have. And if you go to draw at the true fountainhead, the more water you draw, the more abundant is its flow. The meaning of things lies not in the things themselves, but in our attitude towards them. What makes the desert beautiful is that somewhere it hides a well. You become responsible, forever, for what you have tamed. A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral. I have no right, by anything I do or say, to demean the human being in his own eyes. What matters is not what I think of him, it is what he thinks of himself. To undermine a man's self-respect is a sin. You become responsible, forever, for what you have tamed. A rock pile ceases to be a rock pile the moment a single man contemplates it, bearing within him the image of a cathedral. He who has gone, so we but cherish his memory, abides with us, more potent, nay, more present than the living man. Perfection is finally attained not when there is no longer anything to add but when there is no longer anything to take away, when a body has been stripped down to its nakedness. No single event can awaken within us a stranger totally unknown to us. To live is to be slowly born. It would be a bit too easy if we could go about borrowing ready-made souls. War is not an adventure. It is a disease. It is like typhus. I know but one freedom, and that is the freedom of the mind. What saves a man is to take a step, then another step. It is always the same step, but you have to take it. Grown ups never understand anything for themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them. A civilization is a heritage of beliefs, customs, and knowledge slowly accumulated in the course of centuries, elements difficult at times to justify by logic, but justifying themselves as facts when they leave somewhere, since they open up for man his inner distance. Tell me who admires and loves you, and I will tell you who you are. The machine does not isolate man from the great problems of nature but plunges him more deeply into them.